So, Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you so much for attending the classes. Today, we are going to discuss about the very important chapter of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, universal form. So, we will discuss why and how Lord displayed or showed his universal form to Arjuna. So, today, we are going to discuss on this subject matter. Before we start, we will do the Mangalacharan prayer. So I will share the screen. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Salakaya Chakkura Nimiletanjena Tasmesi Chakkurnimit Tasmei Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jana Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sopadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaisnavanam Cha Tirupam Sagrajatam Sagana Sri Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sarvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Tiradha Krishna Padan Sagana Sri Lalitam Sri Visakhamitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopish Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishavanu Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatrivascha Kurpa Sindhu Vaivacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavya Namo Nama Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyat Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Radhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you very much once again. So we are going to discuss very important subject matter. So everybody is intrigued about the universal form, how does it looks like, and why Krishna has displayed or showed this form to the Arjuna. So before we start, we will have a background, that is 10th chapter. So in our last session, we have discussed about the chapter 10, where chapter 10 is the opulence of the absolute. So Lord has showed his Yogoishwarya, his opulences, and mostly the prominent opulences Lord has showed to Arjuna. And in the 10th chapter, 42 verses, the last verses, he told that all these opulences is nothing but a 1/4. Ekansena sthita jagata, means it's a 1/4 of my opulences. So here we can understand that this is just a verbal description of the opulence of the Krishna in 10th chapter. Entire 10th chapter is nothing but a verbal description of the extraordinary, magnificent opulences of the Lord. But 11th chapter, Arjuna requesting the Krishna for a visual description, visual vindication, visual description, visual demonstration, so that it's not only theory but practically, so that other people also will convince that the truthness of the verbal description of the Krishna. So therefore, Krishna showed the Arjuna, responded the request of Arjuna, and he showed his universal form, which is all pervading form, and it is a sum total of cosmic manifestations. So before we know that, we should understand that this universal form is temporary, because it is a demonstration or expansion of the cosmic manifestation, is an exhibition of the cosmic manifestation. And this cosmic manifestation is not a permanent, because bhutva praliyate. Bhagavad Gita chapter 8, Krishna says that bhutva praliyate. This phenomenal world is ephemeral. This ephemeral world is transient by nature. So therefore, the universal form does not have any what you say, eternal existence. It is a temporary manifestation. As long as the cosmic manifestation is there, this universal form is there. So with that note, we will start this Bhagavad Gita today, 11th chapter. So let me start this Veda verse to refer some of the verses regarding this. So this is very important to understand that why this universal form Lord is showing. So let me go through the little 1042, the last verses of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna end the chapter 10 by quoting these beautiful verses. Athava bahunaitena kim gantena tava arjuna vistabhyam idam krishnam ekansana stita jagat. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. So Lord has here declared or proclaimed that by 1/4 of my opulence, or the fragment of my opulences, I pervade and support this entire universe. So in 13th chapter, in the beginning, Arjuna was requesting that Arjuna requesting to Krishna's description of this universal form. So here we will see that Arjuna Uvacha, that Mada Anugrahaya Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Samgitam Yet Toyuktam Bachastena Mohoyam Vigatamama. Arjuna said, by my hearing the instruction you have kindly given me about this most confidential spiritual subject, my illusion has now been dispelled. These are very important things to understand. Here Arjuna says that Moho, even 18th chapter, in the last verse of 18th chapter, not last, the last verse, the conversation between Krishna and Arjuna, 1873. Arjuna says that Nosto Moho Smuti Labda, my illusion has gone now by your mercy. That prasadena maya chitta. Karisya bachanam, I shall fight. Here also Arjuna Moho is gone actually. Because in 10th chapter, Krishna spoke the Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. We have elaborately explained last classes the Chaturshloki. Here Krishna, first of all, he showed that he explained about his supreme position. That Mataha, Aham Sarvasya Prabhava Mataha Sarvam Prabhadate. I pervade everywhere. I am the source of everything, spiritual and material also. So, Itimatva, by knowing the devotees or Buddha, the intelligent people, the wise, they worship me wholeheartedly. And subsequent verses, Krishna explained that the symptoms of devotee, they have dedicated their life for me, and their mind, their thought dwells in me, and they always take pleasure discussing about my glories. That is the symptoms of a pure devotee, symptoms of an advanced devotee. They always discuss. And third verses of Chaturshloki, Krishna says that devotees, those who are dedicated their life in this way, I give the understanding, by this way they come to me. Dadami buddhi yogam. So I give the intelligent. And fourth verses of Chaturshloka, Krishna explained that the process how I give this, I just dissipate the ignorance in the heart by the light of knowledge, by the lamp of knowledge. In this way, I enlighten the devotees who are dedicated to me, so that they will come back to me eventually. So that time when Arjuna understood all the things, verbal description, his illusion already gone. But now he is requesting, not for Arjuna actually, for everybody. He is representing the common people, so that everybody will have a proof that, okay, it's not a verbal description, but it is also a visual demonstration by Krishna. Visual demonstration. So therefore, Arjuna said, by my hearing instruction, you have kindly given most confidential knowledge. So this is the point, that Arjuna illusion is over by hearing it. But for the sake of others, he requesting, O lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity. Have realized your inexhaustible glories. the Supreme Personality of Godhead. My dear Arjuna, O son of Partha, see now my opulences, hundred and thousand of varied, divine and multicolored form. Here Arjuna is actually, he wanted to see this beautiful form of the Lord. So he is requesting that I wanted to know that this form, the beautiful form of the Lord. So in this continuation of that, the Supreme Lord say that, O Arjuna, O son of Partha, now my opulences of hundred and thousand of varied, divine and multicolored form. O best of the Bharata, see here the different manifestation of the Aditya, Basu, Rudra, Ashwini. So here Lord is showing his particular universal form upon the request of Arjuna. Arjuna requested for this. Here you can see Arjuna is requesting the Lord that I want to see this form. He who knows me as the unborn, O greatest of all personality, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I used to see how you have entered into the cosmic manifestation. I want to see the form of yours. So Arjuna here wanted to see the visual demonstration of the form, that how Lord is pervading entire universe, entire cosmic manifestation. So this is the request by the Arjuna. Upon the request, so he also said that if you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self. This is very important. So Lord cannot be seen by our demand. Lord can be seen when we are qualified. Sometimes they say that, no, can you show me universal form? Can you show me God? God is not obliged to see us, show us, unless we are qualified. One time Prabhupada, Hayagrava was there. Hayagrava, during Prabhupada time, he was chanting 16 round and 4 regulative principle. So Prabhupada used to say, if you chant 4 regulative, 16 round and 4 regulative principle, then you can see the Lord, you will improve, you will advance, you will feel the ecstasy. Then Hayagrava came and he asked Prabhupada, why I'm chanting but still I'm not getting any kind of ecstasy, something. Then Prabhupada said that, first of all, your qualification cannot be judged by yourself. It should be judged by the Supreme Lord. Here Arjuna is knowingly saying that if you think I'm qualified to see this universal form, then you can show me. Not that, okay, I'm qualified, please show me. Even after he is requesting, still he is telling, if you think that I'm qualified, that is the way, that is the reciprocation, that should be our mood, not the demand. Because Lord has resolved. Lord said that Naham Sarvasya Prakasa. Krishna says Bhagavad Gita that everybody cannot see me. I have reserved the right to see. Because this form is very, very confidential form. So therefore Krishna says that Naham Sarvasya Prakasa, Jogomaya Samarpitam. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by internal potency. Therefore, they do not know me. I am unborn, inexhaustible. So Lord has reserved the right not to show. Therefore, Arjuna is requesting also, he is pleading, my Lord, if you think I am qualified, then you show me. Otherwise, there is no, it is up to you. So that should be the mood. Otherwise, to see the Lord, it is not possible. It is not possible even for the Brahma, from the Lord Shiva, from any demigods for that matter. So Arjuna is now is asking the Yashoda. Therefore, Krishna, responding to the Arjuna's request, he told that, my dear Arjuna, son of Pitha, see now my opulences, 100,000 of varied, divine and multicolored form. So one more thing is important here, that Arjuna cannot see in this naked eyes, because it is not possible to see in our normal eyes. Normal eyes is different, but this particular form, cosmic manifestation, this gigantic form, universal form, very fearful. And it cannot be seen in normal eyes. Therefore, Krishna is giving Arjuna a divine eyes to see. His divine eyes to see, the particular eyes. So Krishna say that oh my dear Arjuna, son of Partha, see my opulences 100,000 divine and multicolored form. Because it's a divine and multicolored form, therefore you cannot see. Oh best of Bharata, see here the different manifestation of Aditya, Basu, Asmini. Behold many wonderful things which no one has ever seen had before. See, here Arjuna has given a divine eyes to see the form, which has not been any kind of previous reference. This first time Arjuna has seen. Also, Krishna say nobody has seen this beautiful universal form before also. Just like Muhammad say that I have dreamt, I have seen so many prophets, Jehovah and all, but there is no reference, no vindication of that. Even Jesus Christ also say that, but there is no description of the God. There is no such vindication of this, proof of this. But on the other side, Bhagavad Gita, here Krishna has already given a visual demonstration, and he told that there is no reference previously. Now I am showing you that nobody has seen this universal form before. So this is the first time Arjuna is going to see. Also, on the way, there are so many others also demigod they wanted to see also this form. And this form is very, very wonderful thing no one has ever seen, had before. Arjuna, whatever you used to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see, whatever you may want to see. In future, everything moving and non-moving is here, completely in one place. So just like you understand that in one place, one can see the everything of the world. No scientist has ever can see like this. They can go to different places to see different part of the thing. But in one place, staying in everything seen, that is quite mystical, inconceivable. And this needs a divine eyes. Therefore, Lord has given Arjuna a divine eyes to see this manifestation, which is varied in divine and multicolored form. As such, therefore, it is stated that it is not easy to see the Lord or to understand the glories of the Lord. It is so unlimited. Even Lord Shiva himself asserted this fact when he said that I am not able to understand you, my Lord. So he said that after seeing the Mohini Murti, oh my Lord, I who am considered to be the best of the demigods, Lord Brahma and the great Rishi headed by Marichi are the born of mode of goodness. Nonetheless, we are bewildered by your illusory energy, cannot understand what this creation is. Aside from us, what is to be said others like the demons, human beings who are in the base mode of material nature, Rajaguna, Tamaguna, how will they know you? So to understand Krishna is not a simple thing. His entire opulences is very difficult to understand. But somehow or other, request of Arjuna, he now agreed to show. One more question may be arised. Arjuna is a devotee and he can see even the Lord Krishna original form in normal eyes. How he cannot see the universal form? Why he should be given a divine eyes? To answer this, Prabhupada, they say that Lord sometimes hide his divinity in order to intensify the intimacy. Just like when he showed the mouth of Jashoda Maya, entire world. I mean, in his mouth, he showed to Jashoda Maya entire universe. When Jashoda Maya, Mother Jashoda saw that, she was bewildered because she never expected. She always expected or treated or reciprocated with Krishna as his own son. And when she saw that, the divinity of the Lord, she got bewildered. She do not know what to say, what to do. That will inhibit the flow of intimacy. Therefore, Krishna hide his divinity, eclipse his divinity, because he wanted to intensify the intimacy between the devotees and Krishna. Therefore, in all the Brajavasis, they do not know the divinity of Krishna. They do not know even Krishna as the Supreme Lord. Even they do not consider Krishna as a demigod. I mean, they say that he is just normal human being, but they love Krishna. That is their reciprocation. Therefore, Arjuna also is a devotee in a Sakhya Rasa. So, therefore, Arjuna, Krishna did not show him before his intimacy, and now he's showing it with a special divine eyes. All this unlimited opulences, unlimited glories of the Lord by showing the Vishwarupa. And even Brahmaji also, he was also very bold. And he spoke after understanding the Krishnas. When Brahmaji, what he did, when Aghasura was killed, the Brahmaji came from Brahmaloko to see that how the Krishna killed it. But when he found that that personality who killed the great demons Aghasura, he is taking the buttermilk from the mouth of his coward friend. So he got also bewildered. How the Supreme Lord will take the remnant of food from his coward boys? Just like, just a remnant is taking from the mouth from his friend and eating. Krishna was eating. He got bewildered. The Supreme Personality of Godhead and this kind of act is quite contrary, quite, oxymoron. Therefore, he wanted to taste Krishna. He stole all the cowherd boys and cows, keep it in Brahmaloko. And when he come back and he saw that everybody was present, he was bewildered. Then he saw that everybody in 400 form. Then he understood the Supreme Lord Krishna. Therefore, he is praying in Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 14. In that prayer, he's very beautiful verses he told, that very important verses, this one. There are people who say, I know everything about Krishna. Let them think that way. As far as I am concerned, I do not wish to speak very much about this matter. Oh my Lord, let me say this much. As far as your opulences are concerned, they are all beyond the reach of my mind, body, and what. The Brahmaji, the first creator, four-headed, he himself admitted here that I cannot know. Let other people say, I know, but I do not know Krishna. I cannot by my mind what. That is the opulences of Krishna. What to speak about common people. But in order to vindicate for the sake of other people, for the benefit of all our common people like us, Arjuna requested it, so that people will convince the supremacy of the Lord. People will be confirmed or convinced, the conviction will be there, so that it will lead to surrender. Whole idea of displaying, exhibiting the opulences, not that Krishna wanted to front or parade his opulences. No. He never liked to parade his opulences, even with the devotees, great devotee like Brajavasi and all. Lord showed upon the request of Arjuna also for the benefit of the people in general. Because wider the understanding, deeper the love. People do not believe it, whether Krishna is a human being, just avajananti mama muddha manusim tanvasita. They consider Krishna as, he's a normal human being. Maybe a little better than that. But Lord is showing, no, I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am the source, everything. It is not just a verbal description. It was a visual demonstration. Arjuna, see my divine form. See my opulences, which is unlimited by nature. By that, when you hear about these opulences, so that our faith for the Krishna, our respect for the Krishna, it will be intensified, which will lead to surrender. That is whole idea of seeing the opulences, showing the opulences. Therefore, Krishna said this 10th chapter is very important, and 11th chapter is also a part of the continuation of that. They are very important chapter, more important than even up to 9th chapter. Why? Because to surrendering somebody, I should understand him properly now, his greatness. Otherwise, I do not know how much riches he is. Simply I know he is a rich is not enough for me to surrender. I should know how much riches he has got. Is it Bill Gates, Warren Buffett? Jeff Bezos or Ambani, who is this? How much riches he has? So in order to convince the people, common people, so he is showing this form. Even the Brahma and Lord Shiva cannot. What to speak about Indra and all? Nobody knows. Even Indra, all the demigods also, they do not know. One verses is summing up everything, that nobody knows the opulences of the Lord. This is a beautiful verses here. He say that Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunmanti Divyastave Vede Sangha Padakarma Upanishad Gayanti Samaga Dhyana Vasishta Tadgatena Manasa Pashanti Yam Yogina Jaschantana Vidusura Devi Tasme Namaha. Here it is said that Sutta Goswami, that personality like Brahma, Varuna, Indra, Rudra, Maruta praised by chanting the transcendental hymn, reciting the Veda with all their corollary Padakarma Upanishad, to whom the chanter of Samaveda always sing, whom the perfect yogis see within their mind after fixing themselves in the trance and becoming fully absorbed in the thought of him, whose limit can never be found, by any demigod or demons. Unto Supreme Personality of Godhead I offer my humble obeisance. So his unlimited opulences. Nobody can find this limit of this opulences. No question of that. Unless Lord is merciful. Without Lord, nobody can understand Krishna. Then nobody can understand. This is impossible. There is a famous verses Prabhupada used to quote it in this regard, in Madhya actually. These beautiful verses. Very frequently Prabhupada quoted these verses. So these verses say that how here it is said that Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhyo na medhaya na bahuna sutrena yam evasya vrinute ten labhya taseva Atma vrinutane tanam. The Supreme Lord is not obtained by expert explanation, by vast intelligence, nor even by much hearing. He is obtained only by one who himself chooses to. To such a person he manifests his own form. So Lord here chosen the Arjuna to show the meaning, show his form upon his request. It's not like there are so many other people, great people, but Lord never shown this one. Of course, there is another form, this Bhagavatam also, the same thing Lord is showing form in a different seeker. The audience is different, but the same theme is same. So here it is, then we can move on that O greatest of all personality, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I used to see how you have entered into the cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. So Arjuna is more, wanted to know the more details about this universal form. If you think that I am able to behold the cosmic form of my Lord, O Master of Mystic, kindly show me that unlimited universal form. But you cannot, then Krishna telling, but you cannot see me with your present eye. Therefore, I give you the divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulences. So, Lord here showing the opulences. That time Arjuna was very, it's like a wonder. He never thought. He always see the Krishna as a friend. Now he's seeing something very unusual. Universal form is very, very unusual, very extraordinary form. Everything, a whole cosmic manifestation is there in the body of Krishna. That is quite unusual, strange. So now Arjuna is now he could not speak anything, just sing only. Therefore, Sanjaya is speaking now, that describing the form Arjuna is seeing now. Sanjaya said, O kings, having spoken the Supreme Lord of all mystic power, the personality of God had displayed his universal form to Arjuna. Arjuna saw, because Arjuna saw, he could not describe it. Even the Sanjaya also, actually he could not describe fully. He described according to his mental limitation. He could not describe, even Sanjaya, the complete opulences, complete form, how the universal form looks like. As far as he can, he could do that. And Arjuna was strange, he could not speak. Of course, after that, Arjuna also will describe, but initial stage, he was wondering what kind of form this universal form. I have never seen, I have only seen this 200 form of Krishna, but I never seen this wonderful form of the Lord. Therefore, Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouth, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful vision. The form was decorated with many celestial ornament, wore many divine upraised weapon. He wore a celestial garland, ornament. Many divine saints were smeared over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding. If hundreds of thousands of sun were rise at once into sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. And see, here it is saying that the two verses repeated many. It's not that it's a literal what is called literal weakness. Literal weakness means a person who is not good at Sanskrit. Therefore, he is using only many. It's not like that. Because Lord form is so wonderful, so unlimited. He could not speak anything but many times he is speaking this word repeated. That means there was no limit to the number of hands, mouth, legs. Therefore, he is repeating. So many legs, because it's a cosmic manifestation, means all of us, included everything, whole universal creation within the body. That is very mystical. Whole universal thing within the body, Lord is one. So Arjuna could see it while sitting in one place. That is due to inconceivable potency of Krishna. Arjuna could see this one. And Arjuna saw that it is very indescribable. Therefore, Sanjay is trying to give a mental picture of the great revelation to Dhritarashtra. It's a mental picture, how this universal form is. As far as understood or imagine, so he was describing that. So at that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansion of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many thousands. Then bewildered and astonished, his hair standing on, Arjuna bowed his head to offer obeisances. With folded hands began to pray to the Supreme Lord. Here, very important thing. See, just like example, if you have an intimate friend and you are chatting with friend, and you came to know, not chatting, you are chatting physically, and you came to know that he is the President of America or President of India or Prime Minister of India. You do not know that. You are thinking, oh, he is my old friend, good old friend, I'm talking. Then how you react? Oh, I'm talking with the Prime Minister, I'm talking with the President. I was thinking he's my friend. So my talk was very casual. But when he knows that, oh, he's a president, our talk will change. It becomes more formal. So Arjuna, same thing. Arjuna was the friend of Krishna. So his talk so far was very casual, like a friendly. But when Krishna showed this opulences, this universal form, Arjuna stepped back here. He is no more the friend. He did not consider, oh, he is the friend. He is now stepping back. So he understood that I am talking with somebody. I am thinking that he is my friend. He is not the friend. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So immediately he is stepping back. Therefore, he is offering prayer. Arjuna said, my dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods, various other living entity. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower as well as Lord Shiva and all sages, divine serpent. Brahma is the first creator. All of them are inside. O Lord of the universe, O universal form, I see in your body many arms, bellies, mouth, eyes, expand everywhere without limit. I see in you no end, no middle, no beginning. Your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence, spreading on all sides like a blazing fire, or the immeasurable radiance of the sun. Yes, I see this glowing form everywhere, adorned with various crown, clubs, discs. You are the supreme primal objective. You are the ultimate resting place of all universe. You are inexhaustible. You are the oldest. You are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of God. This is my opinion. So here Arjuna is describing. First of all, Sanjay described. Now is Arjuna describing. Then later verses Krishna also will describe. Why the multiple description? So that proof that yes, the verses, the universal form, everybody has seen the same kind of things from different, different seek different audience, to just to prove that, yes, there is a universal form. It was seen by the Sanjaya. Whatever the description Sanjaya did, Arjuna also same thing he told. Krishna also describing himself same. Just like Arjuna in 10th chapter, he said that Param Brahma Paramadhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Sasastam Divam Adidevam Adami. Lord, you are the supreme Lord, you are the shelter, everything you are. But somebody may say that Arjuna, you are the friend of Krishna, you may flatter. In order to clarify that, he told, no. Ahustam Rishe Sarva, Narada, Devarsti Narada Tatha Vyasa Devala. Not only me, also the Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa, Devala, these are great rishis. They also confirm this fact that you are Supreme Lord. Not only that, you yourself also confirm. Swayam Chaiva Bravismya. You also confirm that you are the Supreme Lord. So there is a reference given so that nobody can question in future that Arjuna, because of friend, he may be flattering, exaggerating the form. No. Therefore, this a repetition of description by the Sanjaya, Arjuna, then Krishna also will describe his own form. Then Arjuna said, my dear Lord Krishna, I see the assembled appearance. Then you are without origin, middle, end. Glory is unlimited. You have numberless arms. Your sun, moon are your eyes. I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning the entire universe by your own radiance. Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky, planet, and all space between. Oh, great one, seeing this wondrous, terrible form. This is a terrible form. All the planetary system are perturbed. See, this is what the devotee do not want to see the form. Because this form is wondrous, at the same time terrible, because it's very petrifying. So many mouths, so many eyes, fires, blazing sun, everything, all this kind of movies, like, you have some kind of movie, very horror movie kind of thing. So similarly, this universal form is a bit terrifying, because every manifestation is there. Everything is there. Therefore, devotees are more interested in a Samsundara form of the Lord. They can relate. In this form, they cannot reciprocate. Nobody can reciprocate our friendship, either any of the rasas, except Santarasa, like greatness of the Lord. All other kind of servitorship, friendship, conjugal lover, nothing, no rasa can be, fit with this. Therefore, devotee always want this two-handed form of the Lord, beautiful form. So Arjuna is telling here, it's very fearful form. And all this host of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them very much afraid are offering prayers with folded hand. Host of great says, perfected being, crying, all peace are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymn. From these verses, we come to know that not only Arjuna saw this form, some of the higher planetary system demigods also they saw. Some of the great sages also saw this form. That is important to note that. And it's so fearful. They also praying to the Lord by Vedic hymns. All the various manifestations of the Lord Shiva, the Aditya, Basu, Sadhya, Vishuddhas, two Ashwini, Marutas, forefather, Gandharva, Yakka, Asuras, perfected demigod are beholding you in wonder. That means in this universal form, all the 14 planetary system, Vuvasya, Bhuloko, Bhuvaloko, Sorgoloko, Janaloko, Mohaloko, Tapaloko, Brahmaloko, Atala, Patala, Vitala, Sutala, everything is there. Everything. Kalatala. All the 14 planetary system has covered by this universal form. You, O mighty armed one, all the planets with the demigod disturbed at seeing you, your great form, with its many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth, as they are disturbed, so am I. So Arjuna is confirmed here that I am also a little disturbed, because this form is complete, complete manifestation of your complete form of your cosmic manifestation. Therefore, it's be very unusual, very wonderful one, but at the same time very disturbing. So many mouths, so many things, just like a movie. If somebody has got so many mouths, a person having got so many mouths, so many eyes, normally, you feel petrified, terrified, fearful. Similarly, when Lord in his own body, he saw that entire things in one place, entire cosmic manifestation. So it was big fearsome for Arjuna, also for the demigods. Of all pervading Vishnu, seeing you with your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouth, your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness, equilibrium of mind. So here it is important that Arjuna is a bit fearful, and he cannot see this form because of it's like so much fearsome form. O Lord of the Lord, refuge of the world, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balancing these blazing death-like faces, awful teeth in all direction. I am bewildered. So this form is like Kalarupi form. One form Lord is showing universal form where everybody there, Rudra, Maruta, all the manifestation, moving, non-moving. And another form also inside the form, he can see that there's a Kalarup also, like a time I am destroyer of the world, Kalosmi. So like a fearful Kalosmi form, the death personified form. So that is perturbing the Arjuna. All the son of the Dhritarashtra along with their allied kings, Bhishma, Drona, Kanna, our chief soldier also are rushing into your fearful mouth. And some I see trapped with the heads and smashed between your teeth. So this is a very important point. So Arjuna here saw the result of the war. He was thinking he was declining the fight in order to persuade him to fight, encourage him to fight. Lord show this form. He was thinking that I am going to kill them. But Lord is showing that they are already killed. Either you kill your way under my direction, or I will kill in my way. But they are not going back. So, encouraging Arjuna, you fight better. Therefore, he told a very famous verses that nimitta matra sabhati, you become an instrument of the divine plan. As the many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter blazing into your mouth. I see all people rushing full speed into your mouth as moth dashed to the destruction in a blazing fire. O Vishnu, I see you devouring all the people from all sides with your flaming mouth, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays. O Lord of the Lord, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisance unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what is your mission. So here, Lord, here after seeing this form, also inside the form, he saw that Lord is a very devouring form and killing everybody, destroying, that kind of very fearful form. Here, Arjuna is become defensive. He is now back foot. He put his foot back. He told, I do not know you actually. I thought you are my friend. It seems like you are different. So please say me. So then Krishna is speaking. Kalosmi lokokheya krit. The Supreme Personality of God, it's a time I am great destroyer of the world. I have come here to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both the sides will be slain. So here is very important point. Here it is said that Lord is now actually revealing his mission. His mission is to dharma sanstapanarthaya. So in order to establish dharma, paritranaya sadhana vinasya duskritam. So all these unwanted people, he wanted to kill them, annihilate them. So therefore he's telling, time I am the destroyer of the world. Therefore, get up, prepare to fight, win glory, conquer your enemy, enjoy as a flourishing kingdom. They are already put into death, my arrangement. You, Sabyasachi, can be bought an instrument in the fight. So this is very, very important. Prabhupada quoted very nicely. See, in these verses, we can know the divine plan of Krishna or what is the purpose of human form of life. And initially, Arjuna, although even accepted the spiritual master, first of all, he bewildered, he declined to fight. I do not want to fight. He was bewildered by seeing the kith and kins. He was thinking that my dharma is a Kshatriya, but if I execute my Kshatriya dharma, it will interfere my self-interest. It is not palatable for my self-interest because I have to kill my gurus, my teachers, all the things. Everybody is actually representing Arjuna. Like Arjuna is representing everyone. Everyone thinking that. So I will do the things which is not interfering my self-interest. If anything interfering my self-interest, then that is not good. But Arjuna do not know his self-interest. He was attached to his family. Therefore, Krishna, he surrendered to Krishna. After surrendering also, he was not so confirmed. Then slowly, Arjuna, slowly, Lord is convincing him. The real thing is that real interest is that divine interest is your real interest. You thinking that your interest is interfering, but you do not know that this your interest must dovetail with the divine plan or divine interest. Everybody is same thing. Everybody trying to fulfill his own self-interest. That is bewildering. That is bonding. Therefore, Krishna is teaching that my divine plan is the final. So therefore, better for you and for everyone to execute the plan of divine. Now Arjuna is understanding that it was his mistake that he was declining to fight for his self-interest. But he understood that the war has been planned by Krishna. It's a divine plan. He wanted to get rid of or annihilate, exterminate all these redundant people who is disturbing, who is interfering in establishing the dharma. Krishna is the main purpose of coming to establish dharma, but these people are interfering. They are stumbling block. Therefore, Krishna wanted to get rid of him. And Arjuna was declining. No, I do not want to support you, Krishna. This is against my self-interest. Therefore, here Krishna is showing that this is my divine plan. You do or do not do. I don't care. They are not going back. Better you become an instrument. Better you become an instrument. Therefore, we should understand that we should also become an instrument of Krishna, divine plan. Our independent is independent on Krishna. Independent, there is an independent. If we are independent in Krishna plan, then we are actually independent. If we really execute the plan of Krishna, then that is the best self-interest. Arjuna was illusion. He was thinking that self-interest is prioritized self-interest than Krishna's interest or divine interest. Therefore, human form of life is meant to execute the divine plan. All this cosmic manifestation, Krishna is created only for one purpose. Prabhupada repeatedly said in the lecture, particularly this lecture, this verse lecture. He told that divine plan of Krishna is to reclaim the conditioned soul back home, back to Godhead. That is whole idea. His whole idea to reclaim conditioned soul. But conditioned soul is so adamant. Therefore, Krishna is telling Arjuna, this is you are like a conditioned soul. Better you become an instrument. Your plan is not going to execute. Howsoever you try, you cannot succeed. Better to dovetail with my plan. You become an instrument. That would be better for you. You will come out successful. So we should understand that we should also dovetail our plan. We should not plan for our family, our things. So I will become like this. I will become like this. 5 years plan, 10-year plans like this. No. we should always think that what is Krishna. Anukulyena Krishnanushilanam Bhakti Ruttama. Rupa Goswami, Nectar of Devotion, is very important. Why we are called Rupanuga? Because Rupa Goswami has revealed what is called Bhakti. Anna Vilasita Sunyam Gana Karmadhyana Arvitam. Anukulyena Krishnanushilanam Bhakti Ruttam. Bhakti Ruchyate. So Anukulyena Krishnanushilanam means according to Krishna's, not whimsically, what I want, that is bhakti. No, what Krishna wants, that is bhakti. And that Anukulyana Krishna, what Krishna wants, to know this, we must surrender to a spiritual master. Just like Arjuna is directly surrendered to Krishna as a spiritual master. Sishya teham sadhimam prapanam. To know what is Krishna plan, we cannot know by ourselves. No, that is not possible. We can know through the spiritual master that what is Krishna plan. And by executing the spiritual master plan, we execute the Krishna's plan. For those who are thinking that I do not need to execute Krishna plan, a spiritual master plan, that is, even Krishna will not accept it, even though he is a devotee. There's a beautiful verses I will quote today. Very nice. Krishna himself spoke to Uddhava. Very beautiful verse. One should continue to perform the Vedic ritualistic activity until one actually becomes detached from the material having. No, not this one. It's a very good verse. Very, very important verses for all the devotees. This verse. Yeah, this verses Krishna spoke to Uddhava. What? The Shruti Smriti literature are to be understood as my injunction, and one who violates such code is to be understood as violating my will and thus opposing me. Although such a person may claim to be my devotee, he is not actually a Vaishnava. So that means, Shruti Smriti means, that means the order of spiritual master. If a spiritual master we do not execute, then Krishna, because whatever the order of spiritual master, plan of spiritual master is also the plan of Krishna. So if we fail to execute the spiritual master one, then we are doomed. Krishna also will not be. Although we are a devotee, Krishna will not consider as a Vaishnava. So Prabhupada here written that Anukulyena Krishnanushilanam means we must surrender to a spiritual master, knows the Krishna divine plan. We cannot know ourselves. That is difficult for us to know. It is stated that one cannot know by himself. This is a beautiful verses that one cannot know the plan of Krishna. My dear Uddhava, a person who is situated in his prescribed because a person who has been covered by ignorance since time immemorial is not capable of effecting his own self-realization. There must be some other personality who is in factual knowledge of absolute truth, can impart this knowledge on. So we need somebody, Tattvadarshi, or bona fide spiritual master, who can know what is the Krishna plan. Arjuna was fortunate because Krishna was the spiritual master and he is Supreme Lord. So as a spiritual master, as a Supreme Lord, he is revealing his plan. This is my divine plan, Arjuna, you become instrument. The war is my divine. But what Krishna wants to know for us through the representative of Krishna, that is bona fide spiritual master. That is Prabhupada always give an impression that is only way to understand the plan of Krishna and become an instrument in the hand of Krishna. In this way, you can succeed in the spiritual life. Otherwise, there is no way. Drona, Bhishma, Jayadratha, Kanna, and other great warriors have already been destroyed by me. Therefore, kill them. Do not be disturbed and simplified. You will vanquish your enemy in battle. So here Krishna is encouraging. After showing his Vishwarupa that you see my so many manifestation, my cosmic manifestation. Also, he showed that how the Bhishma, Drona, all the opposition party also, they are actually already died. So do not think that you are going to kill. This is my divine plan. So better you fight. Sanjay said of Dhritarashtra, Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, O king, after hearing this word from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trembling Arjuna offered obeisances to the forehead and again. He fearfully spoke to the Lord Krishna in faltering voice as follows. Arjuna said, O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name. Thus everyone become attached to you. Although the perfected being offer you the respectful obeisances, the demons are afraid. They flee here and there. All this is rightly done. O great one, greater than Brahma, you are original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisance unto you? O limitless one, God of the gods, refugee of universe, you are the invincible source, cause of all causes, transcendental to this material manifestation. You are the original personality of Godhead, oldest, ultimate sanctuary of the many manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything. You are all that is knowable. You are the supreme refugee above the material modes, O limitless form. This whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. You are the air, you are the supreme controller, you are the fire, you are the water, you are the moon, you are Brahma, first living creature, you are the great grandfather. I offer therefore my respectful obeisances you 1,000 times again and again. Obeisance to you from the front, from behind, from all sides, unbounded power. You are the master of limitless might. You are all providing. Thus you are everything. So here, Krishna, here Arjuna is very nicely praying that. After knowing the opulence, great opulences of Krishna, so by knowing the great opulences, Arjuna is now in very back foot. He is no more friend. He is like a wonderful, that is called, there are 12 kind of rasas is there. 5 primary, 7. Rasa means relationship. Now he is like a wandering. There is a rasa called wander. He wandered the exuberance of Krishna's opulences. Therefore he is wandering and he is fearful, like a servant, Dasarasa. He came back to be actually kind of Dasarasa with great wonder. Out of loving ecstasy, Krishna, his friend Arjuna, is offering his respect from all sides. He accepting that he is the master of all potencies, of all prowess, far superior to all great warriors assembled on the battlefield. It is said in Vishnu Purana that whoever comes before you, even he be a demigod, is created by you, O Supreme Personality of Godhead. So everything is created by him. Therefore, whole material world is created by him only. Entire 14 planetary system, entire material world is created. And universal form is nothing but sum total of all his creation. Sum total of all his creation. Therefore, Arjuna could not find anything beyond the Lord. Understanding the fact, he was praying to the Lord. You are the original personality of Godhead. Ultimate sanctuary of unmanifested cosmic manifestation. So he therefore is praying in the front, back, everywhere he is praying. Everywhere he is trying to offer obeisances to him. This is a beautiful verses. Thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you, O Krishna, O Jadava, O my friend, not knowing your glories, please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times, jesting as we relaxed, lay on the same bed, sat or ate together, sometimes alone, sometimes in front of many friends. O infallible one, please excuse me for all those offenses. See now this changing of the rasas. There is a difference between the gopis and Arjuna. Gopis, they do not care for the Lord. Even Lord showed his Narayana Rupi while in this rasa dance. He don't care. Okay, you want Krishna. So gopis are not bewildered. Krishna showed. Krishna even after. See, gopis and Arjuna is different. Gopis are very higher state. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say that the best worshipper of, please mute, please. So the best worshipper of the Krishna is that gopi. Ramya kaschid upasana upavarga jakalpita. Ramya kaschid upasana braja bardhuna vargena jakalpita. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that the best worshipper of Krishna is gopis. Brajabadhu means the damsel of Braja. Why? Krishna did so many wonderful feasts, wonderful activities in Vrindavan. Killing Putana, killing Aga, Baga, Taka, lifting this Govardhan, drinking all this, swallowing all the fire. But Brajavasi, they don't care. They think that Krishna is nothing but a small boy. Yashoda Maya never thought that how great Krishna is. But Yashoda Maya always think how greatly Krishna dependent on me. She is binding also Krishna like this. But Arjuna is different category of rasa. Arjuna was a friend rasa, Sakhya rasa. But when he saw the Lord, immediately he changed his rasa. Madhurya rasa, therefore the highest. In Madhurya rasa, there is no question of changing that. Gopis, they do not care Krishna's things. They scolding Krishna also. Whether you kill or do not kill. They Krishna, they don't care because their love is so much, the divinity is eclipsed before their love, before their extraordinary love, unalloyed love. That is called Madhurya Rasa. On the other hand, this Sakhya Rasa is not that exalted. It immediately changed. As Arjuna saw that Krishna's opulences, wonderful opulences, he immediately Dasya Rasa. He came to back foot, become Dasya Rasa. He told, my Lord, please, forgive me, like this. So this is also same thing, Brahmaji. When Brahmaji did all this mistake in 1014, he also told, please forgive me, just like a father is forgiving his child for my offenses. Arjuna also same thing. I thought you were my friend and I was relaxed with you, but now I know you are the CEO of entire universe. When I know you CEO, then then he is coming back to the Dasya Rasa. He was offering obeisances and he is asking forgiveness. Just like I gave you an example. You know your childhood friend and you are talking when you meet after 10 years, 20 years, then you see that you are talking like a childhood friend. But during your talk, you came to know that he is a prime minister of country, some country or this country. Then your equation with your friend will be changed, of course. Exactly same thing happened to Arjuna. He changed his equation. He no more friend. He is now telling, oh, this is my offenses. I am just a servant. That's his servant just. So that is what actually Arjuna wanted to. Arjuna is praying this very beautiful prayer. But at the same time, he never forget his friendship. Although he is respectful offering obeisances, but he never forget his friendship. He still remember that how your friendship is done. So there is no question of. Therefore, these rasas, whatever the rasas, that cannot be forgotten. The relationship with Krishna cannot be forgotten. Akhila Rasamrita Murti. Krishna has different relationship with anybody. Although he showed opulences, but relationship cannot be. Brajavasi never forget the Madhurya Ras. Arjuna, although he saw these opulences, he never forget. Yeah, I was friend, but I was mistaken actually. I was thinking you are my friend, but he still remember his friendship. This is what Prabhupada given in his purport. You are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of moving and non-moving. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme scriptural master, spiritual master. No one is greater than you, nor can anyone be with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within the three worlds, O Lord of the immeasurable power? So this is here Arjuna is trying to prove that Asama, the Lord is nobody is equal and greater than. You are the supreme Lord to be worshipped by every living entity. Thus I fall down to offer my respectful obeisances. Ask your mercy as a father, tolerate the impudence of his son, a friend, impertinence of a friend, or husband, familiarity of his wife. Please tolerate the wrong I may have done. See, same thing Brahma also spoke. That I, just like a child, mischief was forgotten or forgiven by the father, similarly forgive me. After seeing this universal form which I have never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as a personality of Godhead, O Lord of the Lord, abode of the universe. So here Arjuna telling, I now seeing very universal form. I am gladdened because I now convinced that who you are, factually you have shown this one, but I wanted to see your this beautiful form again. Because the devotee do not like this universal form, because it is very not so, reciprocation will not be happened with universal form. Just like Prabhupada say that some disciple came to Prabhupada, Prabhupada, why you are having Radha Krishna? Why not universal form? And Prabhupada was laughing. Prabhupada say, yes, I will have, I can put the universal form. Can you feed him? He has 1,000 mouths, 1,000 eyes. So many dresses required, so many flower garland. Can you provide? I will do it. So a disciple or somebody outside says some yogis or something. So he said, therefore Krishna has manifested in that beautiful form, original form, so that we can connect with Krishna, we can render service to Krishna, we can reciprocate with Krishna. Sometimes they said, I want universal form, I want universal form, I don't want this two form. My universal form is so petrified, you cannot even sustain. Arjuna could not, he's a friend, could not sustain for some few minutes. What to speak about others? How can you sustain? Not only that, in the other hand also, many people claim God. And if you are God, then show your form, universal form, sir. Yes, I agree, you are God. You are great God. But please show universal form. Because the original God showed his universal form to Arjuna. And description is also there. Please show you. Then I can accept you. Many people claim I am God. They are all, impostors. So these are the things to be understood that in different angle. O universal form, O thousand-armed Lord, I used to see you in your four-armed form, which helmeted head, with club, wheel, cons, lotus flower in your hand. I long to see you. So here, very important thing that. So here, Arjuna is speaking about this, the features where the original personality of Godhead, four-armed form is there. See, this universal form actually is a wonderful form, but at the same time, after seeing, is very afraid of. Afraid, he has committed so many offenses, all the things he is afraid. But the universal form is a material and temporary also. As the material world temporary, therefore this universal form also temporary. Because material world also temporary. Therefore, in Vaikuntha planet, he is his transcendental form with 400. Narayana form. This is a transcendental form. Universal form is material form. As long as it's a sum total of cosmic manifestation. And this cosmic manifestation is Utta Praliyate, is temporary. It manifested for some times, then it again annihilated. So there are innumerable planets in spiritual sky. Vaikuntha planet is a 400 Narayana form is there. So Arjuna wanted to see that 400 forms where there is a council, mace, lotus, dish. So he wanted to see that beautiful form. So then Krishna spoke that the Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of God had said, my dear Arjuna, happily have I shown you my by my internal potency, this Supreme Universal form within the material world. No one before you has ever seen in the primal form, unlimited, full of glaring effulgence. So Krishna is showing his potency, internal potency is showing. Even in this material world, see, he is showing the universal form. Even he is in the, he is in manifesting himself in the universe. That means without internal potency, nobody can see this universal form. Nobody, it's difficult to show this one. O best of the Kurus warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine. For neither by studying the Veda, nor by performing sacrifices, nor by charity, nor by pious activity, nor by severe penance can I be seen in this form in the material world. In the material world, there is no question of seeing this universal form. Even after one attains the status of demigods, so one cannot see this this wonderful form. You have been perturbed by the bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now let it be finished, my devotee. Be free again from all disturbances. With peace of mind, peaceful mind, you can now see the forms you desire. So now Lord, upon the request of Arjuna, Lord was winding up his universal form. And Sanjay said to Dhritarashtra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna having spoken thus to Arjuna, displayed his real form and form, and at last showed his two-armed form, thus encouraging fearful Arjuna. Arjuna was fearful, therefore he showed the four-armed form and later on the original 200 form. When Arjuna saw the Krishna in his original form, he said, "Oh Janardana, seeing this human-like form, so very beautiful, I am now composed in my mind. I am restored my original nature." So now by seeing the Lord beautiful human-like form, where Lord original form, because it is said that man is created after the image of God. So God original form is Shyam Sundar form. Venum Panantam Aravinda Dalayatakam Barahat Batam Samasitavranda Sundaragam Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Sova Govindama. So Baraha Pidavitam. So Lord original form has been described in Shastra by everyone. This 200 form. So by seeing this 200 form, Arjuna again, very happy because devotees always try to see the 200 form. Because they can connect to the Krishna. Other forms are not. Even 400 form also very official. This not all these opulences are there. 400 form. There's a 94% qualities is there in Narayana, but 100% is Punna Bhagavana, is Krishna. Therefore, devotee always like to see the Krishna form, the original form. The Supreme Personality of God had said that, my dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking this opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. And see, this is very important. So, revealing this universal form and inform Arjuna that the form is not possible to seen by so many pious activities, sacrifice, etc. Now, here the word of Su Du Dassam is used, indicating that Krishna 200 form is still more confidential. One may be able to see the universal form of Krishna by adding a little tinge of devotional service to the various activity like penance, Vedic study, philosophical speculation. It may be possible, but without the tinge of bhakti, one cannot see. That has already been explained. Still, beyond that universal form of Krishna with two hands is still more difficult to see. Even the demigods like Brahma, Lord Shiva, they desire to see him. We have evidence, Srimad Bhagavatam, that he is proposed to be in the womb of his mother Devaki. All the demigods from heaven came to see the marvel of Krishna. They offered nice prayer to the Lord, although he was not at the time visible to them. They waited to see him. A foolish person may deride him, thinking him an ordinary person, may offer respect to him, but to the impersonal something within him. But these are all nonsensical postures. Krishna in his two-armed form is actually desired to be seen by demigods like Brahma and Shiva. So here Prabhupada, beautiful purport, beautiful given. So this universal form is, Krishna says, very difficult to see. Nobody has seen in this material world. Why? Because without adding of bhakti, we cannot see this universal form. Because Arjuna is a devotee, therefore he can see. But more confidential form is that 200 form. That is cannot be seen by everyone. Even the Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, they wanted to see. Even Krishna, before even also pregnant, Devaki was pregnant, about to Lord appeared. That time also, the demigods are praying inside the jail. They are waiting to see the Lord. This form is very, very wonderful. Therefore, Lord Brahma is speaking very nicely in Rudra Gita. I want to see this beautiful form of yours. Rudra Gita, Brahma is very nicely speaking that this is, see, Brahma is very nicely speaking 4:24. I forget this verse. Lord Shiva is speaking 24:28. I think. Let's see. Yes. Lord Shiva continued, any person who is surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the controller of everything, the material as well as living it, is actually very dear to me. After that, he spoke one verses that forget that very nice verses. Forget that verse. Later I will show you. Lord Shiva says that I want to see this beautiful form, what the devotee like to see. That means it's very rare. 200 form is very rare to see the Lord. Even Lord Shiva came down to Vrindavan to see all the demigods. They are praying to the Lord. They wanted to see the beautiful form of the Lord. They're waiting actually when Lord will appear, when they want to see. It's a very confidential form. The form you are
Hare
seeing
Krishna.
with... Yes,
Prabhu,
yes.
I think the verse 44 in that chapter.
Yes, 44. Yes, yes. Yes, good. 44. Thank you. This photo, I was thinking where it is, 46, 44, yes. In this beautiful verse, my dear Lord, I used to see you exactly in the form that you are very dear devotee worship. You have many other form, but I used to see your form that is especially liked by the devotee. Please be merciful unto me, show me that form. For only that form worshipped by the devotee can perfectly satisfy all the demands of the senses. So everybody want to see this beautiful form of the Lord. The 200 form is so magnificent that even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, everybody is showing. Even this prayed by the demigods. These demigods are praying in this 11 to 26. 11 to 9, 11, some 11, 26. They are also praying in this demigod prayer that how this Lord is so beautiful and they are waiting to see the Lord. One verses is there in demigod prayers. So the form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penance, nor charity, nor by worship. It is not by these means that one can see me as I am. So here it is said that by seeing the Lord, these are the things are not qualification, prerequisite. Then what is the prerequisite of seeing the Lord? Krishna has revealed last two verses. Bhaktya tu anannaya sakya aham eva viddha Arjuna jnantum dastum cha tattena praveshtum cha parantapa. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am. Standing before you, can you thus be seen directly? Only in this way can you enter into my mystery of my understanding. Only bhakti, that's all. Krishna has told by all other means, I cannot. I am Sukhapa Bhagavana. You cannot understand simply by this other method. Only method you can see by the process of bhakti. In that way, you can see me, you can understand me. And this has been confirmed by the Lord Himself to Uddhava. Uddhava in this verses, in so many verses, in these verses, Uddhava says that na sadhayati mam jogo na sankyam dharmo dhamma na sodhaya tapastyaga jata bhakti momorjita. My dear Uddhava, the unalloyed devotional service rendered to me by my devotee, bring me under their control. I cannot be thus controlled by those engaged in my mystic yoga, Sankhya philosophy, Paishwar, Vedic study, austerity, or renunciation. There's no other way. Only way to see the Lord, understand the Lord, or control the Lord by the devotional service. Therefore, Gopi is able to do that. Yashoda Maya could bind the Lord, who cannot be bound by anybody. Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva cannot bound. But Yashoda Maya being a woman also, he can able to bound this Supreme Lord. So this is only possible by bhakti. So whole idea of the Bhagavad Gita is this bhakti. So therefore Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati say that you should read every verses, considering the one verses, that is Sarva Dharman Parityadam Mam Ekam Saranam Bhaja. Sarva Dharman Parityadam Mam Ekam Saranam Sarva Papam. To surrendering to Lord. Surrendering means bhakti. Without bhakti, how one can surrender? So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, every verses of Bhagavad Gita should be spoken, should be discussed on the point of that Sarva Dharman Parityadam. Because that is the quintessential philosophy. That is the whole idea. So without bhakti, there is no question of understanding. To understand Krishna, we should stand under Krishna. Otherwise, we cannot. Vyavasayik buddhi ekaha kuru nandana. Prabhupada said that I was inspired by this verse of Bhakti, what is that? This verse of Bhagavad Gita, the purport given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. What is that Vyavasayik community? Resolute mind. Ekaha kuru nandana means one purpose. What is that one purpose? Sarva dharman parityagam mamekam saranam. That is only idea. Therefore, Krishna here says that without bhakti, there is no question of. There is no question of understanding that, because there is no question of seeing the Lord. This is not possible. There is a beautiful verses spoken here. Okay. See, this is very nice verses. Nayam sukhapa bhagavan. So here in these verses, very nicely, Supreme Personality of Godhead says that the son of Mother Josoda is accessible to devotee engaged in spontaneous loving service. But he is not easily accessible to mental speculator, to those striving for self-realization by severe austerity opinions, or those who consider the body the same as the self. Exactly Krishna is mentioning here. That by all other previous verses, he told that Naham Vede na tapasa, na dane na chajjaya. I cannot be this form, you cannot see by this process, only by bhakti. Bhaktya to anannaya sakya. And the final verses is very important. Prabhupada says that these verses is complete Bhagavad Gita is given here. Mat karma krin mat parama mat bhakta sangha varjita nirvahi sarvabhuteshu yassa mameti pandava. My dear Arjuna, he who engaged in my pure devotional service, free from the contamination of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, who is friendly to everyone, every living being, he certainly comes to me. That is the end of Bhagavad Gita actually. Everything there in one chapter, entire Bhagavad Gita purport philosophy is encapsulated, hidden. Mat karma krin. Mat karma means Krishna karma. Prabhupada is explained very nicely. Let's go back to Prabhupada purport directly. So this is a beautiful verses. Every devotee must know this. Prabhupada himself said this verses is so important. So in these verses, anyone who wants to be approach the supreme of all personality of Godhead on the Krishna planet in the spiritual sky and be intimately connected with supreme personality of Godhead Krishna must take this formula as stated by the Supreme himself. Therefore, these verses is considered to the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Very important. Essence of Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is a book directed to the conditioned soul who are engaged in the material world with the purpose of lording it over the nature and who do not know of the real and spiritual life. The Bhagavad Gita is meant to show how one can understand his spiritual existence and his eternal relationship with the Supreme Spiritual Personality, and to teach one how to go back home, back to Godhead. Now here is the verse which clearly explains the process by which one can attain success in his spiritual activity, devotional service. Very, very important verses. As far as the work is concerned, one should transfer his energy entirely to Krishna conscious activity. As stated in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Anasaktasya Vishayan Jathaharam Upanjata Ribandha Krishna Sambandhe Yuktam Vairagyam Uchyate. So no work should be done by any man except in relation to Krishna. This is called Krishna karma. One may be engaged in various activity, but one should not be attached to the result of his work. The result should be done only for him. For the example, one may be engaged in business, but to transform that activity into Krishna consciousness, one has to do business for Krishna. If Krishna is the proprietor of business, then Krishna should enjoy the profit of the business. If a businessman in possession of thousands of dollars, if he has to offer all this to Krishna, he can do it. This is work for Krishna. Instead of constructing a big building for his sense gratification, he can construct a nice temple for Krishna. He can install the deity of Krishna and arrange for the deity service, as is outlined in the authorized book of devotional service. This is called Krishna karma. One should not be attached to the result of his work, but the result should be offered to Krishna. And one should accept prasadam as the remnant of offering to Krishna. If one construct a very big building for Krishna and install deity of Krishna, one is not prohibited from living there. But it is understood that the proprietor of the building is Krishna. That is called Krishna consciousness. If, however, one is not able to construct a temple for Krishna, one can engage himself in cleansing the temple of Krishna. That is also Krishna karma. One can cultivate garden. Anyone who has land in India, at least any poor man has a certain amount of land, can utilize that for Krishna by growing flowers to offer it. One can sow tulsi plant because tulsi leaves are very important, and Krishna has recommended this in Bhagavad Gita, Patram Puspam Phalam Toyam. Krishna desires that one offers him either a leaf or a flower or a fruit or a little water, and by such an offering he is satisfied. This leaf especially refers to the tulsi. So one can sow tulsi and pour water on the plant. Thus, even the poorest man can engage in the service of Krishna. There are some of the examples how one can engage in working for Krishna. The word Mata Parama refers to one who considers the association of Krishna in his supreme abode to be the highest perfection of life. Such a person does not wish to be elevated to higher planetary systems such as moon or sun, heavenly planet, even the highest planet of this universe, Brahmalok. He has no attraction for that. He is only attracted to being transported to the spiritual sky. And even in the spiritual sky, he is not satisfied with merging into glowing Brahmajyoti effulgence. For wants to enter the highest spiritual planet, namely Krishna Loko Goloka Vrindavan. He has full knowledge of that planet. Therefore, he is not interested in any other. As indicated by the word Madhavakta, he fully engaged in devotional service, especially in the 9 process of devotional engagement: hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping, serving lotus feet of the Lord, offering prayers, carrying out the order of the Lord, making friends with him, and surrendering everything to him. One can engage in all 9 devotional process, or 8 or 7, or at least in one, and that will surely make one perfect. The term Sangha Varjita is very significant. One should disassociate himself from a person who are against the Krishna. Not only the atheistic person against Krishna, but also those who are attracted to fruitive activities, mental speculation. Therefore, the pure form of devotional service is described Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Anya Vilasita Sunyam, Jnana Karma Dhyanarvita, Anukulyana Krishnam Shalanam Bhakti Ruttama. In these verses, Srila Rupa Goswami clearly states that if anyone wants to execute on unalloyed devotional service, he must be freed from all kind of material contamination. He must be freed from association of persons who are addicted to fruitive activities and mental speculation. When freed from such unwanted association from the contamination of material desire, one favorably cultivate knowledge of Krishna. That is called pure devotional service. Anukulyasya sankalpa patikulyasya varjanam. One should think of Krishna and act for Krishna favorably, not unfavorably. Kansa was an enemy of Krishna. From the very beginning, Krishna's birth, Kansa planned to so many ways to kill him, and because he was always unsuccessful, he was always thinking of Krishna. Thus, while working, while eating, while sleeping, he was always Krishna consciousness in every respect. But that Krishna consciousness was not favorable. Therefore, in spite of always thinking of Krishna 24 hours a day, he was considered a demon. Krishna at last killed him. Of course, anyone who is killed by Krishna attains salvation immediately, but that is not the aim of pure devotee. The pure devotee does not even want salvation. He does not want to transport even to the highest planet, Goloka Vrindavan. His only objective to serve Krishna, wherever it may be, he may be. The devotee of Krishna is friendly to everyone. Therefore, it is said that he has no enemy. Nivrahi. How is thus a devotee situated in Krishna consciousness? Know that only devotional service to Krishna can relieve a person from all the problems of life. He has personal experience of this, and therefore he wants to be introduced this system, Krishna consciousness, into human society. There are many examples in history of devotee of the Lord who risked their life for the spreading God consciousness. The favorite example is Lord Jesus Christ. He was crucified by the non-devotee. He was sacrificed his life for spreading God consciousness. Of course, it would be superficial to understand that he was killed. Similarly, in India also there are many examples such as Thakur Haridas, Prahlad Maharaj. Why such risk? Because they wanted to spread Krishna consciousness. And it is difficult. A Krishna consciousness person knows that if a man is suffering, it is due to the forgetfulness of his eternal relationship with Krishna. Therefore, the highest benefit one can render to human society is relieving the one's neighbor from all material problems. In such a way, pure devotee engaged in the service of the Lord. Now we can imagine how merciful Krishna is to those engaged in his service, risking everything for him. Therefore, it is certain that such a person must reach the supreme planet after leaving this body. In summary, the universal form of Krishna, which is a temporary manifestation, and the form of time, which devours everything, and even the form of Vishnu 400 have all been exhibited by Krishna. Thus, Krishna is the origin of all these manifestations. It is not that Krishna is a manifestation of original Vishwarupa or Vishnu. Krishna is the origin of all forms. There are 100,000 Vishnu, but for a devotee, no form of Krishna is important, but the original is important. For a devotee, no form of Krishna is important, but original form 200 Samsundara in the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that those who are attached to the Samsundara form of Krishna in love and devotion can see him always within the heart and cannot see anything else. That is the verse called Premanjana Churita. One should not understand, therefore, that the purport of this 11th chapter is that form of Krishna is essential and supreme. One should understand, therefore, that purport of this 11th chapter is that the form of Krishna is essential and supreme. So beautiful purport, the best purport ever in Bhagavad Gita Prabhupada has given. In this chapter, we learned that there are three kinds of form Krishna shows. One is universal form. Also, he showed the form called Kala, time. Kalosmi, I am the time, and all devouring. This time will anyway kill everyone. So is time. And third form is showed is 400 universal form. 400 Vishnu form. All these three forms Lord showed in this chapter, Lord, it is clear. But all these three forms, devotees are not interested. Devotees are interested only the Sam Sundara form. That is the essential, the Sam Sundara 200 form. So they do not want anything. And also Krishna said that all 200 form can be seen only by bhakti. And to perform bhakti means he is telling you to do Krishna karma. Krishna mat karma means Krishna karma. Mat means my karma, Krishna karma. Prabhupada said that Krishna karma means whatever you do, you beneficiary is Krishna, for Krishna, by Krishna, for Krishna, only for the Krishna. Anything you do, kayena vacha manasa indriya. Anything you do, your mind, word, everything for the satisfaction of Krishna. That is then perfect. In this way, so you can do all your activities can be dovetailed with Krishna for the sake of Krishna, for the satisfaction of Krishna. And that is, if a devotee perform in this way, he can go back to Krishna surely without, and Lord also confirmed. So with this beautiful purport, you can go through the purport once more time. With this beautiful purport, we can end here. If you have any question, 11th canto, universal, 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, universal form. So, any question, anything? So, Hare Krishna, yes. So any question you have? When Krishna was speaking Bhagavad Gita and showing universal form to Arjuna, other Pandavas, Kauravas were able to witness, or it was just Arjuna and Sanjay. It is just Arjuna and Sanjay, and some of the demigods. Some of the demigods in higher planetary system, different planetary system, they could see only. It's already stated there, na? There's some demigods seen. Arjuna, nobody has seen other than you. No other Pandavas saw that. It is already.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, please.
There's an opinion that this Arjuna was an expansion of Narayana, and actually Narayana is supreme, and Arjuna was his expansion. Can you please explain this?
Yes, this is called Nara Narayana form. So Arjuna and not form, this is Nara Narayana form. So Arjuna and Krishna is a Nara Narayana form. This is another expansion of Krishna because Krishna has so many expansions. One of the expansion is Nara and Narayana form. So it has been explained that this Nara Narayana form, Arjuna and Krishna manifestation is Nara Narayana form. They are eternally related. Therefore, Arjuna, Krishna is telling in chapter 2, text 12, Arjuna, I have taken many births. You don't remember, but I remember. So, this is the Naranarana form where Prabhupada has explained that in other forms. There's a beautiful explanation of the Naranarana in this Bhagavatam, in Bhagavatam Shloka, that Naranarana form, particular form has been explained. I'll show you this beautiful, this in chapter 2, so when it is this different incarnation has been given, this incarnation called Naranarana appearance. This is also one of the expansion of the Krishna's form. In that forms, Arjuna and Krishna has come this in that form also, the manifestation of Naranarana form. This is also bona fide form. I will send you the verses after taking up this.
Prabhu, I think it is 139.
1.3, yes. This is when there's all this as all this incarnation has been described, it has been there. Etamsa Kala Krishna to Bhagavan Swami 1328. So here 139, all the incarnation, 21 incarnation it has been given here. So one of the incarnation is called Naranarayana. Yes. Here it is said that in the fourth incarnation, the Lord became Naranarayana, twin sons of wife of King Dharma. Thus he undertook severe example to of the control of the sense. So this is this purport Prabhupada is given that this king, this Naranarayana Rupa is also one of the expansion of the Lord. But in another Purana, this Naranarayana incarnation has been manifestation also. Arjuna and Krishna has come. Lord has come as Narayana, and the Arjuna has come as a expansion of the Naranarayana. It has been another Purana. It has been stated that Naranarayana form. This is one of the expansion of the Lord Krishna.
Prabhu, but that Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra was the same Krishna who born from the womb of Devaki, right?
Yes, of course. If you say that womb of the Devaki, you see that Prabhupada say that Krishna has three different expansion. When Krishna is the Devaki form, there in the original form of the Vasudeva, this Vasudeva is the same Krishna. And Krishna is Vrindavan is Shamsundar form. So Krishna is Vrindavan in Shamsundar. When Krishna is Mathura, he is as a Vasudeva form. Vasudeva means he is the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. So there's a different manifestation, expansion of Krishna. The same Krishna, he is showing different things. As a Shamsundar, he is always holding this two-handed form. But in Kurukshetra is a Vasudeva form. It's the same actually, but different manifestation, different expansion of the Lord.
Yes, bro.
Different expansion. Like Prabhupada said that when Krishna, original form, Krishna never went beyond this boundary of Vrindavan. Vrindavan Parityaja. He never stepped out from Vrindavan. What does it mean? Then who went? When Krishna was killing all the things, even Prabhupada has written in Krishna book, when Krishna was killing all these demons, is just like his Vasudeva expansion. He was killing all the demons. But as such, the original Krishna, Goloka Vrindavan Krishna, is always 200 forms engaged in this pastime, nectarian pastime on the pastoral ground of Vrindavan. So he is all expansion. When Vasudeva form is holding to kill the animal, kill the demons. Kurukshetra wall also is the Vasudeva form. Prabhupada has given it in the many times in the Krishna book also.
Yes, thank you, bro.
Prabhuji, is our relationship with Krishna fixed eternally, Madhurya, Sakhya, Dasa, Sanatana, or is it possible one has to change of one rasa to another based on this circumstances? Oh, this is a very, very good question. So our eternal relationship already established. We have to revive that relationship only. Then called Swarupa Siddhi. We have to revive the relationship, the particular relationship already established already there in the things. But now we will, now we have forgotten that relationship. We can revive this. And changing of the rasa, see, there is certain rasa cannot be changed. This is a very intricate, very deep question, profound question. So when Krishna called Akhila Rasamrita Sindhu Murti, in Nectar of Devotion, I have already given a class. If I show you that Krishna is showing different. When Krishna came to the arena of Kansa, somebody is taking Krishna as his child. Krishna has his beloved. Krishna is so many different way. Everybody sees according to own rasa. But when Krishna killed the Kansa, that time see Devaki and Vasudeva, although they have Vatsalya rasa, they have changed their rasa. They are thinking Krishna is Supreme Lord. Even Arjuna also, although the rasa is Sakya, but he is now changed means what? Is that particular circumstantially he changed means it's in that bhav, not permanently changed. He permanently is not changing, but in that particular things, he is changing he's thinking that, oh, my son is Supreme Lord. Vasudeva Devaki. He is not thinking of Vatsalya Rasa. He is thinking of Dasya Rasa. Today also we saw that Arjuna was a Sakya Rasa, but as soon as he saw this universal form, immediately he come back to Dasya Rasa. Oh, he's offering obeisances. When did he offer obeisance to Krishna in Sakya Rasa? Never. He was just joking, relaxing with Krishna. But as soon as he saw that, oh, entire Bhagavad Gita, he never offered obeisance. I mean, just like the way he offered today in this 11th chapter, after seeing the universal. From up, down, right, left, everywhere offering obeisances. That means he is playing now back foot. That is the temporary changes of the rasa. Except Madhuri Rasa, I have read from Acharya's quote from some other contest that except Madhuri Rasa, all other rasa may be interchangeable for this circumstantial interchangeability. Of course, they will not forget circumstantial interchangeable. Interchangeable means they can change it not to different rasa. But Madhurya Rasa can never be changed. Because in Madhurya Rasa, they do not care for anything. There's so much unalloyed devotion. They, Krishna may show him so many forms, Narayana form, this form, that form, they don't care. Krishna is my beloved. Krishna is my, this is the Madhurya Rasa, the conjugal love. Now that is the different. Even a bachelor Rasa also Devaki, they change it. That is a very deep subject matter actually. And this is a beautiful Dimtri Prabhu said, nectar of devotion chapter. The other for liberation, although not desired by devotee, still not against the devotional ideal. Some of our liberated person who have achieved these 4 stages of liberation may also develop the liberation, may also develop affection for Krishna, may promoted to Goloka Vrindavana planet in spiritual care. Other word who are already promoted to Vaikuntha planet and who possess the 4 kind of liberation may also sometimes develop affection for Krishna and become promoted. See, here it is say that very nice words. He say that those who are already in Vaikuntha Loko, if they develop the affection, it depends on our affection that they how much, because Krishna is Rasamrita Sundar, Rasavaisa. So the mellow, the relationship we developed with Krishna, that will change it. That will change, means accordingly we will go to the Krishna Loko. Like for the conditioned soul, those who are already in Vaikuntha planet, but those who are Krishna Loko, there is no question of changing the rasas. They are eternal. They eternally same rasa. But those who are conditioned souls, the 4 liberations there, for them, they can change according to their things. They can change. Sometimes we are promoted to Vaikuntha Loko by Santa Rasa or some other rasa, Vachala Rasa. But when you develop that intimacy with some higher rasa, Madhurya Rasas, let's say, then we can go to the Krishna Loko under the circumstances. So under the circumstances, one can interchange it, just like Arjuna was now changing his rasas. But Arjuna is eternal, so there is no, he will still remember his friendship. Prabhupada written in purport. But in a conditioned soul, other liberated soul, those who want to liberate, so they can liberate with Vaikuntha Loko. Then later they can change it to the Krishna Loko also. They can go to the change different rasas. That is whole idea of this thing. So this is very thin line there. There is a thin line there, that not that Arjuna now change it and Arjuna become higher than gopis, no, or Arjuna become Dasya Rasa now. Circumstantially changed to Dasya Rasa for obeisances. But after this war and all, they're all friends again. All friends, this Sakya Rasa will continue, we remember that. But circumstantially Lord showed him to encourage him to fight. So he changed it. But those who are conditioned souls and we are trying to liberate it, 4 kind of liberation is there. And that liberation where we can go to the Vaikuntha Loko, that liberation where we can go to the Vaikuntha Loko, that time we can also have changed these different rasas and go back to the Krishna Loko. This is a very, very good point. Cowherd boys having accumulated the result of pious activity for many lives were able to associate with many ways with the Supreme Personality of God. How can one explain this great fortune? How did they manage to accumulate it? If after death a person goes to Vaikuntha.
So yeah, Prabhu, I don't understand this. I mean, if they remembered Krishna, for example, at the time of their death, they should have gone to Vaikuntha plans. But here they said that they spent a lot of lifetimes to accumulate their pious deeds. and become cowherd boys. So I don't understand where they spent those lives. I mean, or maybe they cultivated their devotional service on Vaikuntha planet.
Yes, yes, and I understood your thing. See, even this pure devotee of the Lord, they do not desire to even go to the Vaikuntha Loka. For them is this just a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, then Durva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. They do not want all this Vaikuntha Loka. No, Nadanam, na Sundari Kavita. Janmani Sare Bhavata. They want service. So these beautiful verses in 10th canto also there that accumulated millions of lifetime this spiritual piety, and they get this opportunity to have this fortune of that. In this regard, this Brahmaji also praying very nicely that Aho bhagyam nanda gopa brajanukasam yam mitram paramanandam punna brahma sanatanam. How greatly fortunate are Nanda Maharaj, the cowherd men, all other inhabitants of Brajabhumi. There is no limit to their good fortune because the absolute source of transcendental bliss, the eternal supreme Brahman has become their friend. So this happened, this is also Chaitanya Charitamrita, that how they grade that, how by accumulated piety activities, they do not want, with pure devotee do not want even liberation to the Vaikuntha Loka. Vaikuntha Loka also liberation, they do not want that. So by this piety activity, spiritual piety, they do not want at the time of death, they still there to serve the Lord. And at the time they go to Golokundana. At the time they go back to Golokamudam. It's not like that they have to go to Vaikuntha, from Vaikuntha the transition. From transition they will develop the rasa and go. No. They are first of all these gopis, gopals, they have been so much spiritual piety, they are so much devotional service, life to life accumulated. So they have got the opportunity to hear. So they do not necessarily mean that they have to go to Vaikuntha. They are still there. Pure devotee do not want anything. They can continue in the material world serving the Lord. And at the time of, and they can associate with Golokamunda. Therefore, it is said that the cowherd boys, having accumulated the result of past activity for many lives, were able to associate with the Supreme Personality. Particularly this gopis and all in Ramachandra, Raman, Prabhupada said that during Ramachandra period, they were all sages. And they were doing so much of life after life, so many tapasya, so many devotional service. And they desire to be, to become, have a conjugal relationship with Lord Ram. Ram was Maryada Purushottam. So therefore, he told in my next incarnation as a Krishna, so I will next pastime as a Krishna. So he come as a gopis, friends, all these sages appear like this. That means all these gopis, gopals, they have accumulated all this. Not necessarily mean that they have done all the things they want to go back. They do not want, because those who are so purely devoted, they do not want anything, any kind of liberation. It is what is the verses that is say that, forget 11, 20, 12 or something, where it is say that 11, 29, 12 or something, that even the four kind of liberation is not the devotee do not want any kind of liberation. The beautiful verses is there. That's why they do not want to, not necessarily that they have to be Vaikuntha transit.
Yeah, this also reminds me of the verse from 6th canto that there's no difference between heaven and hell for a pure devotee.
And so, that is 6:7:28. That is the verses by Chitraketu. Chitraketu says that.
So so it's not necessary that they should go to Vaikuntha planets if they want to serve Krishna. They may stay on any planet.
So here Chitraketu says that Lord Shiva says that devotees solely engage in the devotional service of Supreme Personality of God and Nara, never fear any condition of life. For them, heavenly planets or liberation or hellish planet are all the same. For such devotee are interested only in service of the Lord. And another verses is there. Let me find out the beautiful verses that where it say that all kind of liberation they do not want. Devotee do not want the four kind of liberation. The verse is there where it is said that devotee, pure devotee do not want anything. Pure devotee do not want any kind of liberation. So many verses is there in Brahma, from all this Guru Maharaj also. Pure devotee, yes.
I found one verse, maybe 11, 20, 34.
Yeah, 11, 20, 34. I got it also. 11, 20, 34 is there. Searching 11, 20, 34. That here it is say that even the pure devotee do not see, because my devotee possess saintly behavior, deep intelligence, be a deep intelligent, and they completely dedicate themselves to me and do not desire anything besides me. Indeed, even if I offer them liberation from birth and death, they do not accept it. So many verses here we can see here, like saintly a pure devotee, 329:13. Very nice verse. 329:13. In these verses, it is said that the pure devotee does not accept any kind of liberation. Salakya, Srishti, Samipya, Swarupya, Ekatva, even though they are offered by the Supreme Personality of God. So he do not want, the pure devotee do not want all this kind of liberation, where it is said that your question say that why not Vaikuntha? They do not want Vaikuntha also, because they do not want any kind of this kind of liberation. So they do not want only service. So therefore, this after so many years of accumulating spiritual piety, and they now have an opportunity. Therefore, Brahma telling, Aho Bhagyam, Aho Bhagyam. What a fortunate that this gopis, this Brajavasi, they get this opportunity to associate with Punna Brahma Sanatana. There are maybe Param Brahma, this Brahma, that Brahma, but Punna Brahma is Krishna. He is the company. Eta Chamsa Kalakrishna, Krishna to Bhagavana Swami. He is the Punna Brahma. That is Krishna. So the Punna Brahma Sanatana. Therefore, to associate with Krishna and the Goloka Vrindavan, we don't need to bypass this one, but it has to be like, by our spiritual piety, one can associate with it. So there has been no transition. But some of them, those liberation, 4 kind of liberation is there. So this 4 kind of liberation people, sometimes they go to Salokya, means same place as a Vaikuntha. They go to Vaikuntha. Srashti Samipya, Swarupya. Swarupya also, some demons also get the Swarupya. Same 400 form, like Agasura got Swarupya. Samipya means very near to Krishna. Same way. Srashti, same opulences. And so in this way, there are so many different liberation is there to go to Vaikuntha Loka. And after Vaikuntha Loka, if fortunately one can have also develop some affection for Krishna, that conjugal love, this kind of thing, then he can go back to Goloka Vrindavan. 329:13, good. Sandeep Prabhu. So there's so many verses actually. I have a big list of verses of how the Prahlad Maharaj also do not want. Devotee do not desire anything, 329, 11, 14, 19 also. So many verses are there in this regard actually. Vritasura prayer, so many things, so many verses in this regard. Even Kulasekar also. So this is the thing, yeah. So this question is answered by Prabhu in our relationship with Krishna. Please say to Madhurya Sakhya Dasa Sankar, is it possible for one has to change from one rasa to another? Yeah, question is answered. Not only 5, there are another 7 rasa also there. That is called secondary rasa. Secondary rasas are there, 7 and 5, total 12 rasas. So Krishna can interact with everybody, different rasas. That can be changed, as it is possible to change if you develop the affection. But those who are already in eternally in that particular rasa, they do not change it. Because they do not forget that particular rasa. Yashoda Maya will not change from the Vatsalya to other rasas. Dasya rasa. That is not possible. Or gopis will not come back to the other rasa. There is no possible. So these are this eternally, they're eternally liberated soul. Their rasas cannot be changed. But those who are getting liberation to Vaikuntha, and they can change it. They can escalate their rasa to any of these 12 rasas. So thank you very much. So it's a
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
It's long classes. Thank you for attending these classes. Thank you so much, everyone. Hare Krishna. We will continue with 12th chapter.